Hi Amber, it's good to see you today.
Hey.
What brings you here?
I just have like a lot on my mind, you know.
Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
I don't want to be like too much, but I just broke up with my boyfriend. It's been a little rough, you know. Haven't been really feeling like myself, I guess you can say.
Okay, so can you tell me more about that?
So it's just like a lot on me. I feel like I have a lot of weight on my shoulders, and I don't know how to like do anything. I feel like I can't do anything, so I just kind of like want to tune it out, you know. So I try to find like, I guess you can say like an alternative. I mean, or like a hobby it is at this point, I guess. But I like to drink. It's like kind of relaxing. I don't have to think about anything, and it kind of just makes me feel a little better for the time. And I wouldn't say it's like a crutch, but you know, I actually enjoy it.
So from what I hear that you're saying, you're very stressed out right now.
Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't be? It's a lot of stress on you emotionally. It's a lot of stress on me even like physically. Everything about it, I just don't want to deal with it. I just want to kind of like get away, you know, have like a mental vacation.
And it's taking a lot from you too.
Definitely. I mean, it's more draining would be a word that I'd use. I definitely feel like I can't do anything.
And how do you feel the alcohol helps?
It definitely helps a lot. It brings me to a whole new place. Like, it's like I'm not even here. Like, I said that I didn't feel like myself, but it makes me feel like the old me. You know, someone who like didn't have to feel like the way I do.
And who was the old you?
Just someone who was happy, you know, just didn't really have a care in the world. I mean, like, had the everyday struggles of like bills and stuff like that, but it never was like an emotional toll, like a mental strain. I feel like a wall. Like, I still felt free. I felt normal.
So do you feel that the alcohol makes you feel like this person that you used to be?
Definitely makes me feel like I'm 100% my old self.
So it helps you accomplish that goal.
Definitely, it makes me feel like how I should feel. At least I think it.
So you've explained to me how your last relationship was very negative and had adverse effects on you. How do you feel that although you were placed in that negative situation, that there's still positive that can be derived from it in any way?
I don't really think that there could be one, you know. I feel like I'm kind of in a hole, and I don't really want to do anything at all. I just want to drink, to be honest. I mean, I think about it sometimes, but it's just like, it's kind of like too much. I don't even want to think about it. It makes me feel even worse. So I drink more, and then I try not to think about it. Even though I know I should, but I'd rather drink.
So what is the role of alcohol in your life right now?
It's like my lifeline. Keeps me afloat. I mean, the negative things that come from it don't really have to deal. It's kind of worth to deal with it internally. Like, to have that internal peace, it's kind of worth to deal with it because it's never really that bad because I can just drink again, you know? So it's just kind of like, it keeps me afloat in a way. It kind of like, it's like my life in a bottle.
I can understand your pain and why. From my understanding, you're in a very controlling relationship that was negative and just drained you, which led you to depending on the alcohol?
Yeah, definitely. You can say that.
How do you think that brought you there?
To that conclusion?
To becoming dependent on the alcohol?
Yeah.
Oh, it just made me feel better. I kind of didn't have to deal with what I didn't want to have to deal with.
What were you dealing with? What made you want to?
Just never feeling good enough, never feeling like I could accomplish anything. I always felt like whatever I did just wasn't good enough. It just wasn't, it was impossible for me to do anything I wanted.
So your beliefs that you can't do anything is why you're continuing to drink alcohol?
I guess, yeah. Makes me not have to think about it.
So, do you think that although the situation was so negative, that there could have been some pleasure from it, or you could have figured out a way to go through that without depending on the alcohol?
No, unless I didn't have to deal with the situation at all. I mean, like, we broke up and it still was effective on me. So, I mean, like, no, I don't think there was really anything I could have done to avoid it besides just not deal with it. I mean, I couldn't tune it out myself, so I had to have something drown it out. I drowned it out with alcohol.
So I think what we should understand here and really grasp is that sometimes we're put into negative situations or in environments where we can't control what's going on around us, but we can control our emotions. So the next time that you do come across a situation or you experience something where it has a negative effect on you like that, I want to learn and practice techniques where you don't have to depend on the alcohol, because I feel like that can make things a lot worse for you and could just be positive and well temporarily. So the next time when we come into a situation where you're feeling negative about yourself or you want to be down on yourself, I want to practice with you speaking positive about yourself and encouraging yourself in whatever you're going through.
Okay.
So stop and monitor your emotions and then work on trying to stay positive in that situation and getting through it without depending on alcohol. So in this form of therapy, we're going to work on what's called the ABCs. So the A stands for the activating experience, in your case, which is your controlling relationship in that environment. The B would be the belief, so which would be how you consider yourself to be less of a woman and not able to amount. And the C would be the consequence, which would be your dependence on alcohol. So what we're going to do here is try to work on distorting that belief and figuring out ways in how we can be more positive in those type of experiences in adverse situations.